you wanna. Oh, no, oh, 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 oh. Step into the ring, it's the champion's corner time. Oh, oh, WWE, and then we break it down. We shine from the top rope to the mat. All the action, all the heat. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet. Champions Corner podcast where the real fans meet.
Welcome into another edition of the Champions Corner. I'm your host, along with my other host. I got Ron G, the professor of wrestling. He's in the building. He's giving out straight A's today. I don't know if he's giving straight A's or if he's going to give somebody an F. We don't know. I'm the number one player. I've been dubbed voice of the century. But that's still up for debate. We'll see what happens with that. But welcome into another edition. We got a lot to talk about. The wrestling industry is on fire right now. We're fresh off of Deadline, NXT's pay-per-view last night up there in Minneapolis, of all places. You know, my mind goes to the Colts there for some reason, but that's for another topic. Yeah, but listen, before we get started, I want to plug a good friend of mine. I want to plug his show. BJ, tell him what you got going on.
Okay, yeah, real quick. I do have a football-focused show. You talk about Indianapolis and the Colts. We have a show called Fourth Down Talk, where every down matters. So does your opinion. You can tune in anytime we try to get a broadcast up. We should have a recording dropping this Tuesday when we review the last set of games. And, of course, we do our weekly top 10 every Wednesday.
Awesome. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe to Fourth Down Talk, right?
That's right, Fourth Down Talk.
Like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Let's talk about a little wrestling. Y'all ready, fellas? This might just be me, but I thought that the men's and women's Iron Survivors match, I thought both of those eclipsed WarGames.
Yep.
Now, that might just be me. I thought, especially the women's one, I thought it's put the women's WarGames to shame, but that might just be me. I think NXT, man, their talent is just spectacular. I mean, it's amazing. But let's get into it. I want to talk about the men's Iron Survivors match. So earlier in the show, or maybe in the week, they said that they needed a fifth man. And lo and behold, if the men of all men did not show up to be the fifth man last night, in the person of Femi, my God, straight took over. RC, for the people that may not know the stipulations for the Iron Survivors match, fill the people in on how this match goes.
Iron Survivor, everybody's all in the ring. It's racing to see who gets the most pins in a certain amount of time. I believe it's like, about 25 to 30 minutes. And whoever get the most pins out of that time is the winner. But if you get pinned anywhere in this match, you got to go in the penalty box for about just a little while. I don't know, like a minute and a half, something like that.
90 seconds, a minute and a half.
Yeah, about a minute and a half. So you be sitting there while other people might be getting pinned, so you got to catch up once you get out. And so this match is full of urgency. That's probably one of the reasons you feel it's better than the WarGames, how that went, because the urgency is high in this match. Because you racing to the time stops, and we got to get a certain amount of pins, and better how you do it. And the person like Femi come in there, I don't know how you gonna get that. This man got 2 pins in one go. They win one.
Yeah, right.
He got 2 pins in one. That's how he got this dub off of them. But like I said, you say it's supposed to be Eddie Thor be in this match, but he got taken out. I believe it was Femi who did it. So I don't know. But it was great. I very much enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Definitely.
How about you, BJ? What's your thoughts on the Iron Survivors match?
Well, first let me just say, I think your opinion is only wrong because it's a fact. The Iron Survivor was better than WarGames, especially the women's section. Honestly, for what it's worth, it was a much more thrilling and exciting matchup. I liked that Femi was the last person to come out And I liked how it all played out once he got out there. He really just became the dominant hand, pushing people around, taking his will and doing whatever he needed. And for a moment there, I thought it was going to be a tie. So can someone clarify this? What happens if there's a tie? Does it just keep going? Because I don't think we ever seen one before.
Never seen
No,
that.
no, I would think it would keep going. They get a little bonus
Bonus 5
time.
minutes.
I mean, like it's overtime. You know what I'm saying?
You like sports? They probably going to overtime.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured that because everyone had one, which, Javon Evans got his one a little bit later. I like how
did.
Booker T kept saying how he needs to pace himself. And then at some point, like, okay, he needs to try to take this win. Because before, he was lifting people, trying to jump all over the place. Like, dude, this is a 20-minute match. You don't want to exert all the energy yet. He came real close, though. Real close. Unfortunately, the bell rung. And that was the end of it. I like, lastly, how he was all kind of lackadaisical in the back. And then Wes Lee came up to him and be like, what you all relaxed for? You should be angry. And he pushed that dude in the mouth. He said, I used to be where you were. Now I know better. So I feel like some seeds are planted there for a later long-term story.
I know everybody, all these guys were probably upset about how Open Femi just came in the match, though, because everybody else had to pretty much qualify. And he just come in, beat down Eddie. Probably beat down Eddie Thorpe and say, I'm in the match. And so I know a lot of them upset by that, but I mean, it was their moment to beat him and get him out of the contention. But he's proved why he's the ruler of NXT. He wanted Trick Williams to win the match. Championship match against Ridge Holland. That's who he wants. And as the results show, that's who he got. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to see that match. Trick versus Over.
Absolutely. I was just about to allude to that after the match. He said he hopes Trick Williams wins, and he's excited for that match. And my bet's on Oba Femi. All my money on Oba.
It's hard to bet against.
That's gonna be a classic match. Trick versus Oba, man. That is gonna be a classic match. But so what do you think happens now? Because you had Wesley, and then you had my guy, Mr. Ego. He was in there, right?
Ethan Page.
Love
Yeah.
all
I mean, it's like,
all
man,
ego.
Ethan deserves something, man. He deserves something. He's working hard. Wesley deserves something. So where do the other three participants go from here?
Well, that's a good question. I think Wesley will be fine. He may get caught up in a feud, maybe with Javon Evans. Ethan Page, that's a good question. I don't know. They're doing the thing on SmackDown where it's like a transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if NXT's involved in that, but if it is, I can see Ethan Page moving up.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, right now, how as it stands, I would say he could go to SmackDown, but we don't know who's going to what show. I'm sure we'll discuss the transfer window later in the show fully, but I've been calling for it, so I'm ready for it to see it. But yeah, everybody else, if they're not getting called up or a few in between themselves, that North American title is right there.
That's
So
true.
they could go for that. Well, Tony D'Angelo, because Tony D'Angelo beat Shawn Spears already. I think that was rivalry he was having with the North American title. So any one of them could challenge Tony D'Angelo to at New Year's. Was it New Year's Evil?
Yeah, that's right. That's the new one. The next one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Boom.
that'll probably be the next thing.
But so that match was spectacular on all cylinders, and I think, like you alluded to your point, BJ, I think it resonated with me because that's how I envision Survivor Series is supposed to be. It's supposed to be that way, not this whole. I love the team point of it, but it's like, man, I want to see who the last person standing is, and this is the best of both worlds. You got the Iron Man concept with the Survivor Series concept all in one match, and it's the best of both worlds. It was complete mayhem to me. But I want to move on to what Booker T alluded to as Brick City. You had Jade Parker, Miss Parker. She was out there, Miss Parker, and Lola Vice. Well, I mean, it's just you had two stars in the ring, man. I mean, but so they was in an underground match, which I don't know. I mean, it would favor Lola Vice more because this is her type of background. She comes from that MMA, she comes from that boxing world. So all the advantage was in her court. Jade held her own, but we saw who won at the end of the day. What stood out to you in this match? What's your thoughts, Ron? What stood out to you in this match?
Yeah. It stood out as like I said, Jade Parker gave a good fight. and she tried to resort, and I feel like she thought she was overmatched in what this was. She thought she was prepared for it, but she felt like she was overmatched, and that's why she went to get the break, and that's her downfall.
Yeah.
Lola Vice saw that opening and dodged the break this time. and so Jada was great in Extreme Rules match, so that was her more forte. So she got that, and this is Lola Vice. So they gotta fight one more time. I thought I wanted this to be over, so Jada could move on to get that North American title or the NXT Women's Championship, but they gotta go one more time with how this is going. They both was on their own elements on each match, and so they both got one-on-one victories. So Jada Parker got to come back strong because she's definitely a great talent. She's great on the mic. Definitely getting better in the ring. Lola Vice is right there too. They both got that, appeal to them, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But they bring more than that. That's what I like about the women on the NXT roster, because they bring more than what you see in the eye. Come to that eye candy. You know what I'm saying?
Fair
They
enough.
bring more than that now.
I get you. I thought it was a good match. I'm not a huge fan of the Underground match. I just wasn't a huge fan of Raw Underground. I like the dynamic. Yeah, it was a situation where Jada Parker became a little in over her head and she had to resort to go get in the brick because, she figured she had the weight class on her. But no, Lola Vice is a trained fighter, right? She came out of this already knowing how to go as a black belt. So yeah, this is definitely up her alley. I like that it played to her strength in that regard. I guess I wouldn't mind the third matchup. I'm a little over the feud because I'm still not exactly sure what they're fighting over. But overall, it was a good match. I did like it. I root for Jada Parker, but I was happy Lola Vice got this victory, especially considering the circumstances.
I agree, because I'm like, man, I was kind of like you, RC, ready for this feud to be over with. But I don't see it being over with because, Jay gave it all last night. And, an episode back, BJ, you alluded to the Underground. You that segment, man, was on
some special substance.
when he came up with this. And so every time I see the Underground, man, that's where my mind goes.
Well, that's what my mind is at. That's why I can't get behind it. Here's my beat. Wrestling is meant to be done a certain way. And when you try to incorporate real fighting into it, it just doesn't play out well. And I don't know, it looks like it's trying to be UFC, but you're not UFC, you're WWE. Just give me the ropes.
Right. They probably should just have like a hardcore match or a false count anywhere match. Maybe
a match or something, or a knockout match. Just anything like that. Yeah.
Could have been a knockout match. Anything goes. Anything goes. Anything goes.
I can see that.
So what's the score between them now? Is it tied?
Yeah, it's 1-1. But to be fair, Lola Vice is undefeated in this match type. This is her thing. Yeah, this is her thing.
Yeah, because she beat Shayna Baszler last time.
Oh, that's a pretty big deal. I think that's a big deal. Shayna is world too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to see what they do next. But they keep costing each other opportunities, so they need to go and hash it out.
Right. So it's only fitting that they go for a rubber match now.
Yeah. I don't know what to do after these two type of matches. I don't know what else you could do.
And the hardcore match they had on like the last time.
Yeah, they had the ECW show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they had a hardcore underground. Like, what can you do?
Yeah, what can they do next? I don't know.
I guess it have to be a submission match.
Yeah, or a last woman standing.
Yeah, I guess the last woman standing. Bring back the Inferno match. I want to see someone be set on fire again. Let's just start setting people on fire again.
You might as well bring back the casket match or the Buried Alive too.
Yeah, why not? You know what? We're really serious. 3 Stages of Hell match. Remember that where Shawn Michaels and Triple H had that?
Yeah.
I want to see that match return.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a good concept. But I don't know if I would see Lola Vice and Jada.
No, not those two.
Nah. But,
some burnt buns out there.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with it.
My gosh. Anyway, we want to know what you guys think in the comments. That was a great match. But, every time I look at the Underground match and I see the people around them and they're like banging on the mat,
yeah,
it just get in mind of like, I don't know, Michael Jackson beat it or something,
Just a bunch of guys standing around, all right? Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm like, man, what some of those guys should just jump in the ring and just be all out melee. But I want to know what you in the comment section. What do you think about this match, and where do they go from here? Should it be a rubber match? I might put a poll up on the channel here. Should it be a rubber match, and who do you think is going to win that one? But let's move on because the night was spectacular. I want to talk about, let's see, because this guy impresses me. Let me see. Is it Axiom?
Axiom? Yeah, Axiom.
He impressed me. I think the tag team is a little awkward. That's the way I look at it. I think it's a little awkward, but they did their thing. They held their match down. What's some of the takeaways from their match, BJ? What you think about it?
Yeah, you know what? Oh, I'll tell you what. Nathan Frazier, the guy did double duty because he was in the Iron Survivor match and in this match. I thought for a good moment that Axiom and Nathan Frazier were going to lose because they would get a bunch of power moves. Who is it that they went against again? Because that one,
crew.
dude, that one big dude, he is so agile and he can move so well. God, I need to figure out the name, but nonetheless.
Yeah, Tavion Hike.
Tavion Hike.
And Miles Bourne, right?
That's it. They were really good. I thought they were going to win. Axiom stayed strong. He took a good bit of the beating considering that Nathan Frazier was, he was recovering from the Iron Survivor match. The fact that these two still pull it out, I got to admit, really shows how dedicated, how tough, how enduring they can be. I don't know. I kind of like Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Their dynamic as a team is fascinating to me.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, they're very much impressing me. I think they could hold the titles. I'm trying to figure out how long they've held the tag team championships, but they got to be up there with one of the best tag teams in it, at least in the NXT history. With how they've been continuing to retain. It's almost like I get a Paul London and Brian Kendrick type of vibe.
Yeah,
like the way they were holding the tag team titles and they're retaining when you thought they was definitely about to lose the titles, but they continued to retain. So that type of vibe, man. Like I said, you got to give up Nathan Frazier 2 matches in one night, one being the Iron Survivor match. Come on. And then go against a fresh team with Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne. And some people think Miles Bourne is like a junior Randy Orton. They kind of try to compare them two for some reason. I got to look at more at them. But I just seen that comparison a little while ago.
Last year, I thought that was Orton's brother.
There you go then. Right?
There you go. Right there. Right, and then Tavion Heights is an Olympic athlete, so that's why you say he's so agile. That's where he gets it from. He's probably what they wanted. What's his name to be? Who they kept promoting all the time, but never really debuted or never really had a match.
Who? Veer Mahan?
No, he got an Olympic gold.
Chad Gable Stevenson.
Yeah, Gable Stevenson. Tavion Heights is probably what they wanted Gable Stevenson to be.
He had a match against Baron Corbin, didn't he?
That's a good point. That's a good point because he never really panned out. It just kind of went.
They put him out. Yeah, they put him out there for WrestleMania and everything, just to put his name out there because he's an Olympic athlete and he won Olympic gold. So they were really trying to push him up, but he got let go because he just couldn't progress in this for some reason. I don't know, he just couldn't get it. But Tavion Heights might be what they were looking for with that type of Olympic style thing. So they got a good future ahead of them, both of them. But I thought it was gonna win this match with how they was going off. But Axiom shows he's a step above with his performance at Deadline.
Just for reference, Axiom and Nathan Frazier are currently tag team champions for 98 days. But when you combine their last reign and this reign, they've been champions for 224 days.
Wow.
Yeah, because they didn't lose it that long. They got it right back.
Yeah, they lost for like 19 days to Chase U. And that's what Ridge Holland's betrayed Chase U after they lost, and that started Ridge Holland's world title train, which we're going to get to that whole thing.
Yeah, we're about to get to that in a second. But like I said, NXT roster, they showing a lot of good promise, but the old Quarter Crash crew show who they are tonight at a Deadline. So we're gonna see where it goes from here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So Nathan Frazier, he did play double time because I think he had the broken nose or something in his match, right?
Yeah.
His nose was bleeding right after the match.
Okay.
That blood was gushing.
Right. So man, he played overtime last night, and he still held the titles down, still won. But I want to move on and talk about Trick Williams and Ridge Holland, because we had Eric Bischoff. You guys talked about it, covered it really well on the last show about Eric Bischoff's presence there with this match. Ridge Holland being the formidable heel against Trick Williams, and Trick pulled it out again. I actually was surprised. I
Oh.
thought this might be the time where the tide might shift, man. But Trick pulled it out, and ultimately he's going to be handed over to Femi. So let's talk about that. What do you got? What stood out to you in this match with Trick Williams and Ridge Holland?
For me, boy, it shows that much resiliency. Trick is showing he's a very resilient champion, and it's going to take a lot to take him down, because when he got caught up in them ropes, his neck was caught up in them ropes, and then he got Rich Holland's that DDT, the lift up DDT.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, hold on now. Yeah, they really get this boy this belt to Ridge right now? Hold on now. Don't be. I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, okay. Then Trick kicked out of that. I was like, okay. If Trick kicked out of that, then Trick about to win this match. Ain't you saying? Because the way he was caught up like that, they had to wait for the ref to get him out. I don't even know that was supposed to happen, because the ref Ridge actually waited. With Ridge's demeanor right now, I thought he would have attacked him right there. Maybe that was his downfall. He didn't capitalize right there while he was in the ropes, and beat him down while he was in the ropes, stuck in the ropes. But he waited and let Trick get out of that from the referee, but he still pulled his move out, but he couldn't capitalize on that victory. I don't know, but Ridge is showing. They had to show Ridge, like I said last episode, like ruthless aggression. I feel like that's what he was trying to build him up as. He was showing that very much in the forefront. Trick is too resilient and too much of a good champion right now. He doing his thing, but like I say, over. He really got to prove it in that match. That's for what I see.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well, congratulations to Trick Williams. That's the best thing I'm gonna say. Quite frankly, I don't care for Ridge Holland. He just doesn't do it for me. Feels like he's being forced into this perpetual push, and he's nowhere near prepared for. You put him with Sheamus, you put him with Pete Dunne, Butch. That don't do anything for him. He botched a suplex and probably ended someone's career. That ain't helping me none. You send him to NXT, and he gets over with Chase U, but then again, he's still down there not doing too well. For me, he's a charisma vacuum. I just don't care for Ridge Holland. Not only that, I'm that guy. The Big E stigma does stick with me. So if he would have won the world title the same week Big E lost his best friends, I don't even know if I could have handled that well. That just would have been weird for me. So I'm not going to say anything bad about the match. The match was good. I just cannot say anything great about Ridge Holland, except he's trying his best, I guess. It's just not for me.
Yeah, like I said, they try to build him up. Like, that's why Trick went to the hospital, and him fighting back from that. So that was showing his viciousness, and like I said, that ruthless aggression, and the way he's like trying to be sinister, the way he check out Chase U, and the way he was coming into this match, even in his entrance, he was smiling, like he was ready for this. Oh, it's my time to take out Trick fully. I sent him to the hospital one time. Now I'm about to send him for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Put him out for a long time. Put him on that injury list.
Yeah, I get it. It's just, whatever they selling, I'm having a hard time buying. Whatever they get Ridge Holland to do, I just can't buy it.
Right.
He beat Chase U, put that dude in the hospital. I'm still looking at Ridge Holland, it's like, okay, still, he put Trick Williams out the week of the pay-per-view. They had to take him out on the stretcher. And I look at Ridge Holland and be like, yeah, he's still going to lose. He's just not that guy. He's
not giving good grades out there.
But not for Ridge Holland. Listen, Ridge Holland gets an incomplete because he is still in developmental. I can't even grade him fully. He's incomplete.
So, but he broke away from his tag group. He broke away from them, Chase U. He said, I need to be on my own. He said, I need to be on my own. I need to chart my own path. And I thought this was it.
He needs to go back. He needs to go back to Chase U, get some extra credit because he ain't done yet. He's not done.
Well, Chase U gonna get some retribution, so they're gonna come after him. So
I hope so. Student loans are a heavy thing.
Yeah. They are.
Don't I know?
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go that path. Whatever you do,
you're gonna be paying for a long time.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, Trick next opponent, we all thinking is, well, we know it's going to be over Femi. So, man, what is Trick's chances of surviving the Destroyer over Femi?
Well, I don't
I
know,
mean,
man.
I ain't gonna say that. Like I said, he's resilient, no matter what's going on. And you seen Oba be beat before, and Tony D'Angelo. So if Tony could do it, Trick could do it.
It took a Rocky story.
That was a rock
What
story.
is Trick gonna come? He gonna pull a Creed story? Is that how you gonna beat over
Hey,
Femi?
there you go. I mean, they kind of show that when Trick was battling Milo. He was walking, he's running up the stairs just like Rocky, them Philly steps. So I mean, he can do it. He did a lot of his training up there in Philly. So it goes hand in hand with that, with Trick. And Trick's a big guy, just like Oba. So I mean, he ain't big as Oba, you know what I'm saying? But I think he can take him.
I just wanted context. Oba Femi's had 34 matches in the year 2024. He's won 94% of them. He's only lost 2.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah,
And
that's
Trick. I mean, Trick ain't lost much.
okay. I'm looking at Trick Williams. Look. I'm not saying Trick is gonna lose. That's a heavy mountain to climb. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I'm not about to write Trick all the way off. Yeah,
Not
because
all the way.
like you said, he's resilient. He has the people behind him. I mean, like they said, man, he has the look, everything, the voice, all that. He's got everything that you would put on a creative player. If he was going to do a creative mode, it'd probably be Trick Williams. Mine would probably be Oba Femi, but that's just me.
That's fair.
We see the fact you're picking.
Hey, man.
But I'm not going to write him off. But did you get where's Trick at? Did you find out where Trick is?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Trick, he's at 40 matches. He's won 77% of those matches.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. One match he didn't get pinned though. So I mean, a lot of them he didn't get pinned. Like, he was like 4 ways and stuff like that.
Right. Right. So
Well, do you want? I mean, I could break it down to one-on-one matches if you want me to.
hey, go ahead. Why you looking for that? Break that
Okay.
down.
All right. Well, yeah.
I'm
go
not
ahead.
really writing them off. I can see it. It's going to be a toss-up. The story, the build, all that's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. This is the
Yeah.
match. This match I've been waiting for a minute.
This is going to be a good match.
After they're gonna fight New Year's Eve also, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of big matches start off the new year from tonight.
Well, the match is scheduled at New Year's Eve because that's when it's supposed to. So, yeah, breaking it down even more, Oba Femi, 30 matches he had were one-on-one matches, and he won 93% of them. But Trick Williams, though, when you break down he's had 24 one-on-one matches, and he's at 83%.
Not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. So it is pretty close. Again, I'm not completely writing Trick off, but I do think, and I could be wrong, I think this may be his best challenger.
And I think whoever loses this match, I think is going to be called up to the main roster after this.
Well, that's
wow.
interesting. That's
Yeah, I can see that.
that's
I
very
think they have
smart.
good plans for him because, like I said, I hate NXT talent going up to the main roster without a good plan, a good spot to be in already.
Right. Right.
So
They're doing Carmelo pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're doing Carmelo pretty well.
Yeah.
Carmelo is doing just what he's supposed to do at this moment, you know? Sometimes they don't need you to perform right now. They need you like 6 months down the road. You know what I'm saying? And I think they building him. I think all the cards couldn't go as well as it's going for Carmelo right now. I think it's going really good. I'm interested to see what he does. But man, so I'm a book it right now. I think Over is going to be Trick. She's going to put that out there.
and okay, you say that, and Trick gonna debut in the Rumble.
Dang, boy, that'll be hot.
I ain't mad at it.
Whoop that Trick. And
I ain't
when
mad
the number hit.
Yeah, they will be saying that. He will get eliminated to that song, but they will be saying it.
Hey, you think they're gonna have Booker on commentate at that moment?
Oh my God. No, keep Booker T on NXT. I love Black
man.
Guys. Keep it on NXT.
But like I said, whoever loses this match, I just have a sneaky suspicion that they're gonna be called up to the main roster. So I mean, can you imagine Over in the Royal Rumble?
Woo! Oh, real quick question. How long before we get an all NXT WrestleMania?
Wow.
Seriously, even if you count the people who are on the roster now, like your Gunthers.
Oh, you talking about like you talking about who like all came from NXT?
Yeah, who all came from NXT, and it'll be nothing but an entire Mania filled with just NXT-based people. who
Oh,
came through NXT. Aren't even that many people on the roster who were on Mania. I don't think Cody didn't.
Yeah,
Cody,
yeah.
Cody and Roman. Yeah, they're going to be the ones who.
Yeah, they're gonna be there for a minute. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take that back. It's going to be a minute then.
It's
All
gonna be a
right.
It's
minute.
gonna be a minute.
I mean, you can have them in like other spots on the card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially if they do like a ladder match that's got maybe six it's like a 6-way tag or something like that.
That's true. But I mean, you got Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. They went through NXT, didn't they?
They do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
They
say
do.
you got a good bit of stars. Finn Balor.
You know what I wish
did.
would have went differently? What was the group with Wayne Barrett? They came out.
Oh, the Nations.
Or Nexus.
Nexus.
There was a Nexus. I thought, okay.
I think it was because they're the one that attacked John Cena. That was it.
Yeah,
them?
Oh, yeah, it was Nexus. Yeah.
Right.
Now, that could have been way more than what it was.
That was like the foreshadowing of the Shield to me. Like, I mean, because the Shield kind of came out kind of unstoppable like that, but Nexus was something we never. I mean, at that point they were just wreaking havoc. I wish that would have went a whole nother way. But
Yeah, a little more intense. It would have been nice.
yeah, it would have been nice. But hey, Trick, we wish you the best. We love you here on this show. We love
Well,
it.
they have
Hey,
you on the
we
show.
trying to get you on the show.
Get you on the show, Trick. We're trying to get you on the show.
Hey, Jacoby, hit the brother up. Hit him up.
Hit the brother up, Mr. Ambassador. Hit the brother up. So, but let's move on to I think was the match of the night, the women's Iron Survivor match with Julia.
Julia. I picked Julia, right? Didn't I pick Julia?
Yeah, you picked Julia.
Okay. Yeah.
Shocked me. I thought it was gonna be my girl. What's the other girl? She from Puerto Rico or Venezuela.
Oh, Stephanie Valcure.
I thought it was gonna be her.
You know what?
Right.
I wanted to change my pick to her. I honestly picked Julia just because she was the first name I saw. And who you win? Honestly, she was the first name I just saw. Like, who you want to win? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Julia.
The match was fire. The match was fire
Right.
all the way around. Those girls put it all out there in the ring. I mean, like I said, to me, they squashed the women's WarGames match right there. I mean, they put that to shame. You know, put it to shame. I mean, I guess other than, I don't know, what really stood out to me in the women's WarGame other than Jade not being there, but, you know, that's just neither here nor there. Let's talk about this. Oh, speaking of that, I want to let you know, Professor, your girl Lash Legend was nowhere on the card, so she was nowhere to be found.
Oh,
No,
well, you know what? Well, guess what? Neither was Jade. Well, like, both of them got a lot more in common. They can't make it a big pay-per-views.
Jay has a valuable reason why she's not on the card. She
Oh,
got
but she slipped and fell off a parking garage. She slipped and fell. Who's the culprit? A banana peel.
somebody
Mystery
threw her all that.
solved.
Somebody threw her all that.
Mystery solved.
And that goes to my point. I think Last Legend did it, so she hiding out with her and Jakara hiding out. Naomi's ready to debut them. Well, you know, re-debut them with her because they did it.
Yeah, we'll see. But that we're gonna say that for another show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll say that for another show.
I'm not
I
mad
mean,
at that theory. I like that theory.
That theory is pretty spot on, and we'll get on to that because what we saw on SmackDown might go with your theory. But let's talk about this women's match, man. What stood out to you guys?
Just the intensity, like RC was saying with the last Iron Survivor. Zarya being dominant, Julia being crafty. A lot of it was just really good wrestling all the way down. I love how NXT displays these women. And this Iron Survivor Challenge is a good representation of what NXT has to offer from the women's division.
Oh yeah, but I was calling Zarya to win this. I was surprised she didn't. I'm not mad. Like I said, Julia. I did say Julia and Stephanie had a good chance, and Julia is the one who pulled it out. I mean, it's saying clear. Like I told you, she was there to take some pins. Because she got pinned, went in the box, came out the box, got pinned again to go back in the box. So Ruka, yeah, I don't know if you don't like to move, Mr. Professor. You don't like to move like that, but that soul snatcher hit, and she was pulling it off on everybody on that. And
Man, that thing, I'm glad we're talking about it because I wasn't on the last show. I hate to say it, but I agree with you. Doctor, I agree with you.
Okay, yeah, that move, right? Come on. You trying to
What?
sell me on that?
Yeah, how you gonna pull that off? Like, I'm thinking, how is that gonna translate? Just like sports, right? How is that gonna translate to the pros, right? I don't see that happening.
Yeah. But that's my issue. Like, you just can't see that happening. And just maybe in NXT because it's NXT, but you go to the main roster, you just got to start cutting people. You can't be waiting them to go into the corner. That just seems so convoluted.
Yeah.
Not
Go
big on
ahead.
that.
And then when she
Yeah.
catches it, when they dazed and confused, or just pull it off, but she pulls it off so quick. And so, I mean, yeah, like I said, everybody in NXT loves it. But like I said, we'll see if it translates. But I mean, Julia versus Roxanne Perez is the match. I thought when Julia came in, she was gonna win, but it didn't go that way right off the bat, which is good. They didn't need to build Julia up because not everybody just knows Julia or Stephanie or Zarya like that. So they need to build this woman up, and this is one of the matches that did it. And so I'm very looking forward to that match with Julia and Roxanne. But we also had Miss Tippy Time show up backstage.
Yeah, she did.
And so,
did.
I mean, not anybody. I don't think anybody really wants her to cash in on the NXT title, but it does
always an
cause
option.
intrigue, and it was great to see her on a PLA to get that. You know, it was in Minneapolis. I think SmackDown was in Minneapolis on Friday also, so that's why part of why she was there in town. I was like, why you here? Go and make a little stop on NXT, just give a little intrigue to the PLE for next year. You know what I'm saying? But so I think Tiffany gonna cash in on Nia. I think everybody is looking forward to that happening. Even though we don't like Nia on this show.
I'm not looking forward to it. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they're waiting on not just doing it too early. Because I don't know, Tiffany just ready for the women's championship, and she got to put in the bank. She got to do it sooner than later.
Right.
But yeah, this match, like I said, definitely great. The urgency and the way they got these the pins off, like. And the roll-ups that Julie was doing, I was like, yeah, she trying to lock these girls down. I gotta get this pin.
Hey, it's, like you said, man, you only got 25 minutes. You got to get in there as you can.
That time go by fast. Especially if you're in the penalty box.
A lot can happen in 25 minutes, apparently.
No,
Oh, yeah. And it did.
Yeah. But she did 3 pinfalls, eh?
yes, she did.
3.
You see, I just got to say, this is one of the reasons why I got to knock the WarGames match. I never really been a big fan of WarGames in general, only because you have that time frame from the first to right before the last person gets in. Well, there's nothing that you really can do. You can't win the match until everyone's in the match. So WarGames just becomes almost 25 minutes of people just walking around trying to fill time until the final person comes in. And that's what that last WarGames with the women felt like. It felt like they told them, hey, all of y'all get in the ring and do stuff until we get Liv and Rhea in there. And then that's when the match finally picked up when the bell rang. But before that, it really felt like the orders were go in there and just kill time.
That was my art too. On when we covered it, was that it felt almost pointless because the match really doesn't start until everybody's in the ring anyway.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and everybody kept going for them weapons. Like, y'all need to figure this out. Let one person give it a strategy to it. Like, one person get all the weapons, and the rest of us get in the ring and help our partners out. I mean, come on. Everybody don't need to go up there under that ring. You're wasting time with that.
It was a lot of wasted time. But again, nothing but time to waste because, we got to do something.
I guess that's the point of it. We got to get to everybody getting in. So, I mean, I don't know.
So so it might as well just start with everybody in the ring already there. I think that's how they should do it, and then
just straight out WarGames, stuck in the cage.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't do that, but they love to do the team advantage, and that gives time to Raw or SmackDown to have a match on those two shows to lead to that with some stakes on the line.
Well, if that's the case, then make it 4-on-4 and quit this 5-on-5, or make it 3-on-3.
But then the suspense is still cool too because you're like, man, let me see who's gonna come in next.
Yeah.
We all know those type of matches like Royal Rumble. Like, who's next? Like,
yeah.
Who's next in here? We all love those types, you know what I'm saying?
But at least you get rid of them immediately in the Rumble. Like, it's WarGames. Like I said, I was never a big fan of WarGames just from the jump. I had watched WarGames not when it first started in WCW, but I saw the one with NWO. The one WarGames I loved are any WarGames that had the Undisputed Era. That was it. Outside of that, I didn't really care for any of the WarGames matchup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I love the Undisputed Era, and they came in like a unit. And it really made me intrigued by it because I remember the first time I saw the one they did against, I think it was the War Raiders. And Kevin Owens was the special last person. Dude, I never thought I would love a WarGames match. That's one of my all-time favorite. Then I saw the next one, and then the third one, then every other one after that. It's like, I'm just the Undisputed Era.
Oh, okay. I mean, they were a great group. I mean, they dominated NXT for a good while. So that's why, like I said, me and you was talking about with them and AEW, which they go ahead and get back together and see what they can actually do over there.
Right.
They
Just fast forward that story.
They were there fighting to see who's gonna fight MJF. So that's another story.
That is another story because I don't know what's going on there. No, this Iron Survivor Challenge match with the women, one of the best matches, if not the best match on the card. I also like the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Real quick, do you think this will be implemented in WWE 2K?
Ooh, if they could pull that off, I would love it. If they could pull it off, I don't. Ooh, because you had to go to the penalty box. Yeah, ooh, that'd be very interesting.
Right, and it's
I
fine.
don't think sell the game off of that, but yeah, I'll buy it. I'm gonna buy it anyway, just because I love it. I love the 2K games. So hey, if you want to play me, put
Put your gamer tag in, right?
yeah, put it down in there. I'm on PS5, so I mean, show up, Ron Combs, what's up? But
Yeah.
don't hit
look
me
for
up.
me.
But yeah, 2K25, I would buy it. That'll be an entry for me to get it if I wasn't already gonna get it. So
I was thinking about getting it myself because I didn't get 24, but dude, I would like to see that match type in there or some way of doing that because I gotta admit, I kind of like it. I was a little indifferent with the Iron Survivor, but I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I enjoy it.
We need to have a tournament. That's what we need to do.
2K tournament?
Yeah, we need to have a tournament. We need to have we could do that on live. We could have a tournament.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, I'll play 24 or 20. Is it 24? Yeah, 24. But don't mean I can't play 24.
Right.
hey,
I mean,
if you play 22 and 23, you can play 24.
hey,
Best
listen,
believe.
if I could play No Mercy, I could play them all.
You better
Right.
go back to No Mercy.
Yeah,
Hold on.
if I can play Day of Reckoning, best believe I can still play that.
Please, man, pick up those sticks. Pick them up. Pick them up.
Hey, SmackDown shut their mouth. Let's go.
Hey,
I hear
listen,
that.
We might do a top 10 best video games, the wrestling video games. What's up?
I would
Yeah.
listen. I would say right now, Day of Reckoning are games that are underrated, but the greatest wrestling game of all time is WWE 2K19.
think
Come
so?
at me. 2K19
You
it
think
was
so?
the ultimate wrestling game.
Really?
Yeah, best wrestling game ever.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it.
That was hot. I think you said WrestleMania 19?
No, WWE 2K19, but WrestleMania 19 is a good game too. Those
was-
GameCube games were really good.
Those GameCube games are really good.
WrestleMania 18, 19, Day of Reckoning, they were
Yep.
awesome.
They were
yeah.
all. They were.
I don't know.
They
Yeah,
were.
it might have.
Like so comment, like I said, but if you want to get it online, let's get it.
We might have to do that. We might have to put that online, but we won't figure that out. Put a little tournament together. Put that online. I gotta go ahead.
Most
And
definitely.
buy me one of these consoles.
I need me a new one because I got an old one. That's why I don't have 24.
On PS5.
Let's move on. I want to talk about your boy Kevin Owens. That's what I want to talk about right now.
Well, I love that promo. That promo was hilarious.
Talk about your boy Kevin Owens, because with just over a week until the return of Saturday Night Main Event, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it on Peacock, you can see it on NBC, but it's coming up. It's coming up real soon. And your boy Kevin Owens decided he wanted to talk to Michael Cole, not in the ring, not in the back, not on Zoom, FaceTime. He wanted to talk to that man in his car.
The safety of his own vehicle. The safety of his own car. In his
Now
rental.
he Lambo. Now he didn't put the Lambo out there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
A
yeah,
rental,
yeah,
folks.
the
It
rental
was a
car.
rental. It was a rental.
The
Yeah,
rental.
you talking about the Lambo he showed Randy Orton the other day? Nah, he ain't bringing that one out. Not for no Michael Cole.
And not for the guy he injured. Not
Hey, man, I'm sorry I broke your neck, but you want to see my new car real quick? I love it.
the new Lambo was fired. The Lambo was fired.
Hey,
Orton looked all in the seats and all. But so your guy decided he wanted to show up and talk to Michael Cole. And guys, what do you think about that exchange between Michael Cole and Kevin Owens?
Oh, I got to take it. Listen, I thought it was beautiful. I love the fact that Michael Cole was like, take a look in the mirror, Kevin. And Kevin went immediately to the rear view mirror like, we want to see Cole because I see a beautiful, handsome man who is correct. And he is not lying. I love it. It was beautiful. Kevin Owens has great comedic timing. I love the fact that he told Michael Cole to get out of his rental. Not get out of my car, get out of my rental. And then he called Cole back just so that he could roll the window up in his face. Couldn't stop laughing at any of it. But to go to the point, Kevin Owens is right. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'll give you the scenario. You're getting bullied by these Samoans for 4 to 5 years. You have no friends. You ain't got no one to have your back. You are doing this on your own. I'm pretty sure we all saw that last man standing match that Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns had. I think it was at the Rumble. Yeah. You remember how the referee stopped mid-count because they couldn't get the handcuffs? That sounds like chicanery to me. That sounds like shenanigans. So I understand where he's coming from. But then to add on to the story, you get this new guy coming back. The guy who ran away because he couldn't get the world title when he wanted to, Cody Rhodes, he left and went to go start a company. He couldn't win the world title in. That's how Cody Rhodes is. He comes in now all of a sudden. He wants to finish that story. Kevin Owens is like, fine, I'll let you finish the story as long as we have a understanding that it's the bloodline that's the enemy. Now, what does that guy do? Now that he won the world title, now that guy wants to team up with Roman Reigns to help Roman Reigns do what? What's the end game? Become the tribal chief again? Why? Kevin Owens is right. And then buddy Randy Orton, he's going to take Cody Rhodes' side. You're supposed to be my friend. We want to tag titles together, if I'm not mistaken. Sami Zayn, don't even get me started on him. Yeah, Kevin Owens is right. Can't say that enough.
But that's why I really want Roman to speak about these certain things, because everybody's mad about whoever teams with him. I mean, he don't have to say nothing about that. Like I said, he said, I'm getting what I want. But y'all keep saying Roman is getting his power back. But what I see on SmackDown, it's like Solo still got the power. Roman won WarGames and everything. Roman beat him in the tag match with Cody Rhodes. But Solo is still the head of the table right now.
What does Roman want, though? What is Roman's end game? What do you think Roman wants?
That's what he wants. But him teaming with these people is not helping him get there in that moment.
Well, it's a slow build. But that don't mean it won't get there eventually.
But either way, even if they had those matches or not, Roman will still have to face Solo one-on-one for the Ulafala to officially get all that. And then after that, he will still have to beat whoever the world champion is.
Okay, but why should Cody and Sami help Roman?
They really don't have to.
But they did. So why?
And I said, I thought Sami shouldn't have teamed with Roman because Sami didn't get. That's not, like I said before. That's the only thing I agree with Seth about. You didn't get what you asked him for. All he did was put up the one, and you said, "Okay, that look cool. Let's post for this picture." That's okay. Now I agree with you. Like no, and then all Roman had to do to get Jay was say yeet. I was like, okay, well,
no yeet. Yeah, that's all. He just want to yeet. That's it. Roman did the yeet. We're all happy. That's it. We sit by a campfire singing Kumbaya.
That's it. So I'm like, okay, well, so I do agree with it. They didn't have to because Roman is being his same self and not doing much to get y'all adulation or get y'all acknowledgement, if you want to put it that way, and y'all team with him.
Yeah, I don't know. No, they shouldn't. That's just the whole point. They shouldn't have. And I understand where Kevin's coming from. I understand where Seth is coming from. The only people who can get away with it are the Usos, because that's blood. That makes sense. And CM Punk, because he's a hired gun. He only did it for a favor. He only did it for Paul Heyman. He didn't even do it for Roman. So we'll let those guys slide. But Seth, Sami, y'all got some explaining to do. And Cody. No, I'm sorry, I said Seth. I mean, Sami and Cody. Because I don't like this whole thing that he teamed up with Roman to prevent Solo from going after his title. Dude, you're the world champion. If it ain't Solo, it's going to be Roman. If it ain't Roman, it's going to be the next guy. If it ain't that guy, it's going to be the next guy. Because that's what happens with the world champion.
But you guys are out here expecting this apology that I keep telling you guys is not going to.
I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting it.
At this point, it don't matter now because WarGames is over.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Roman told everybody exactly what's going to happen. He said, listen, I'm back. Nothing's changed. I'm still the same dude. This ain't about to go down the way y'all think it's go down. he's got his wise man now. So all the cards are really in his hand. Jay and all of them could disappear. Really, the only
Yeah.
person in need is Paul Heyman.
Yeah, and like I say, at this point, like I said, it don't matter. But I was so adamant about it because I'm here for the story, and that was a significant part of the story. I thought they needed before they went into WarGames for the team for the OG Bloodline to get together. I thought that conversation needed to happen, that apology needed to happen, and Roman showed some humility. That's why I thought Roman should have lost this match against in the WarGames to Solo, because Solo needs that. I'm a big force. I'm a actual threat. And that's what Solo was talking about on SmackDown. Oh, y'all think it's a game? Or just because I lost down me now, I still got this. I'm still the tribal chief. I'm still head of the chain.
I did like that promo. I love that promo that
Those
Solo
boys
did.
showed up like
Yeah.
game busters. I mean, they weren't playing no games, man. What's my man, Apollo? Apollo was just starting the crunk.
Yeah, he's coming into the arena. First of all, I was like,
He just coming to work. He just coming to work.
hold on, Apollo. Ain't you on NXT? You sure you're on the right show?
They was in Indianapolis. He was probably
Yeah, I guess he was just trying to get. Okay, that's fair. That's
just
fair.
coming to work. He was just
That's fair.
coming to work. But let me show you guys how prominent and dominant this whole Bloodline storyline is. You got two guys in the persons of Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, who are completely the same guy because they're spending so much time whining about what the tribal chief has done to them psychologically, right? You got two grown men in the ring. One is trying to call Sami Zayn dumb for what he's doing, but you got Seth Rollins just being the same guy that Kevin Owens is, which I completely don't understand. You got two guys going down the same river of crying. The crying river,
Okay.
what I'm gonna call it.
Okay. All right. Listen.
Yeah, but Kevin has more of a reason
To
than
cry.
Seth does.
It's not crying. It's concern. It ain't even that. It's more so, what are you doing? It really is calling people out for being what they are. Hypocrites. These are hypocrites. Don't tell me you're trying your best to take this dude out of power, then all of a sudden take his side to do what? That's my thing. What is the end game that Roman wants these people to help him do?
Well,
Return to his Roman Empire,
Roman never asked these guys for help.
which is why it's even worse.
Now, once did he come out of his mouth and say, I need you guys' help?
Yeah, Kevin is right. Kevin is right. What are you thinking, Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes is one of the biggest hypocrites in wrestling today.
So,
Yeah.
did we see, are we on the, because I'm in the same ballpark with the professor that deep down inside, there's a hill. Well, not even deep down inside. Cody is a heel. Like, that's
Nah,
who he
yeah.
is, right?
He is, yeah.
Are we starting to see that? Because his interaction with Gable, it didn't seem so much as like a face. This
Yeah.
seemed like this is Cody Rhodes saying, listen, you don't belong in my league, right? That sounds pretty heelish to me. But Gable, we'll get to Gable in a minute. But I want to touch on Cody Rhodes' interaction because that led up to Kevin Owens apparently still at the show. We thought he drove off and went home. He attacked Cody Rhodes. While Cody is helpless. Cody is helpless.
Yeah, the old shoe knocked off, huh? Yeah,
Oh,
they
I'm
shoe
supposed to
off.
care. I'm supposed to care. Helpless? Cody's fine. Cody's fine. Cody's fine. He had a match. He's fine. He's not helpless. He's fine. He had a whole Avengers, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's how he beat Roman. Cody's fine. Avengers Assemble. All you got to do is say that, and the rest of the whole Doom Squad will come in and try to help him out. I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm not worried about Cody. I think Cody got this. When we were talking about Kevin Owens, I wanted to speak on that one more thing. Like he said, he'll get to Sammy later.
Mhm.
Right now, he is focused on Cody, but him and Sammy gonna have a talk. And in that transfer window, I wonder if they're gonna be put on the same show again. Eventually, like a lot of people go to back and forth through Raw and SmackDown, but I want to know when that's coming. The Kevin and Sammy interaction, and Kevin will finally get his issue off about Sammy that he's trying to do right now with Cody.
That's going to be interesting. It is. I am interested to see how, because I mean, it's a weird. Okay, I will say this: Kevin Owens betrayed Sami Zayn quite a bit in his lifetime, so that is the interesting dynamic. Like, what can you really say to Sammy?
So, goes back to my original point. You got two guys who are crying because they
Not that.
wish that they did what Roman did to them. They wish they were the Roman Reigns.
Okay, listen, okay, not even going to dignify that with a response. No, I'm done. No, either way, Kevin is right. It ain't about what he could have done to Roman. It is about what Roman did to him. Remember, Roman had to get Sammy, tried to get Sammy to smash his brains in at a Royal Rumble about 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
Luckily, Sammy didn't, but I mean, that was real.
Yeah. But even after all that, it's like Sammy had to prove himself again to Kevin Owens that for them to team up again to get those to even get the tag titles.
right.
Well, he was with the
39.
Bloodline. Well, he was
Right.
with the Bloodline. Yeah, you was with them. Like, I don't know. And now you join them again. I think that is legitimate to question his loyalty.
I mean, nobody in the story is clean. Seth done God. I mean, he's the reason. Like, he's the reason. The tribal chief is who he is. Had that night went down, right? And then you got Kevin Owens, who screwed everybody that he's come in contact with. So nobody's off limits.
All right. You know what? I don't care. I'm still throwing stones. Roman is wrong.
Roman ain't trying to be right. Roman trying to get what he wants.
Hey, Roman, the only one living in his truth. Roman, the only
Well-
one living in his truth.
Now, that is true. That is true. Roman is the only one who's being legitimately himself without any type of compromise.
He's the only one living in his truth. He ain't asked nobody to do anything that he wouldn't do, right?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That's
Just
why
Cody and
they on
Sammy, the
the
hypocrites.
Crybaby Island by themselves.
It ain't a crybaby alley. It ain't that though. They have every justification of what they're saying.
Who you got winning? Who's winning a Saturday night main event between Cody and Kevin?
Cody gotta get there. I don't see Cody losing right now. Actually, only people I said it before. The only people I can see Cody losing to at the moment is either Roman, Rock, or Orton.
That's a
And now
curveball.
Orton's in the third spot of that.
I mean, that's a long third. That has to be like
Yeah,
point.
but I think that I probably wouldn't put Orton in the list. I might switch that and put Cena.
Cena's not winning the world belt. Let's just. Even in the hypothetical, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
John Cena is getting his 17th title reign.
No, he is not. He is getting an Intercontinental belt before he gets another world title reign. It ain't happening.
Respect.
Oh, I respect logic, and logically, he ain't winning that belt.
Yes, he
This
is.
ain't about Cena. This ain't about Cena. That's another. I had a whole argument with someone the other day.
That's on my list of people who could take the title from Cody Rhodes at the moment.
I know. I had a whole argument with someone.
Cena.
Yeah, Cena's not winning that. But
I'm always talking about Cena. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. Let's get it. Countdown is still it's going on. John
Cena's
Cena's
not
coming
winning
back
belt.
to top 25. I'm ready for it.
So you
who's he
got
gonna be Gunther?
17th title reign. Let's go.
Cody winning.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has
Cody's
Cody
big.
winning.
Yeah, Cody.
I don't
Kevin,
know.
though.
I haven't made my pick yet because I'm not ready yet. Give me some time. Right now, probably going to be Cody. That would be the money bet, but I just want to see more of the story play out.
Yeah, I don't see Kevin Owens being victorious because that means that he'll be the champ, right? So I don't see that happening.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He just. Well, I guess here's a question: will Kevin Owens ever win a world title belt ever again? Because he only had a Universal.
Yeah. I hate to say no, but he could find a way. I feel like he could find a way because he's one of the most legit wrestlers I like to watch because how he comes off, he really makes you feel like this is really his life. That's to
Yeah.
me.
No, that's fair.
It's like it's him and Samoa Joe. Both of them make it feel real to me.
I don't know if Samoa Joe understands it's not real. I think
Yeah.
Samoa Joe thinks it is real.
Samoa Joe thinks this is it's really real
Yeah,
life.
this ain't no business. I mean, this is a business. This ain't no entertainment. This is what he do.
It remind me of what Taz has his career. If it would have been longer, what Taz's career probably would have been like. Because I felt like Taz felt like this was real life. You know?
Yeah, Taz came off very real too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both of them, actually, I hate to say no, but they just ain't been giving it to him because all them times he came the closest of beating Roman if he did before Cody did it.
Right.
He was the closest to beat Roman. They just never gave it to him.
And coincidentally, they all was there to help him finish his story.
Yeah, oddly enough, right? That's why I can't understand Cody's. I don't. I really don't. But
There's
okay.
an old saying. What is it? You might can finish this for me, Professor. What, you keep your enemies closer? Is that the saying? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Come on. Come on. Come on. AKA, it's what's best for business. But let's move on. Let's move on to, I want to talk about, we brought it up. We might as well unpack this thing because what's next for Solo? Does he have the moral authority? I mean, he says he still has the Ula follower, but to his guys, being that he's lost to Roman since Roman's come back, does he still have the moral authority?
From his standpoint, he does. Because, like I said, he lost 2 soldiers in the WarGames, but you see what they did on SmackDown. They're taking over. I don't know if he taking over the U.S. Title Division because that's what he beat up. I'm gonna get one of these belts out here. I don't care what we're talking about. I'm getting one of these belts.
Yeah, he did. He did do that. That's true.
Without the squad, it was just oh boy.
Hey, listen, Jacob is the squad, all right? As long as you got Jacob, that's all you need. Jacob and Bronson was a threat. And I stand by that. If Jacob and Bronson Reed didn't get hurt in that WarGames, they would have won.
You think so?
Man, they were dominating up until they got hurt.
That's because the match hadn't started.
Well, that's true, too. Yeah, that's the other problem. That match takes too long. By the time the match starts, you forget what you even watching. No, I'm done with WarGames.
You forget what your beef was.
Right? Do I
Right.
hate you? I don't remember. Yeah, I probably do. That's why I'm in here with you, right?
Right.
But was it you or was it these guys?
Right. But I don't think he has moral authority. What you say, Ron?
You said it?
He got too long. That's why I said he needed that victory. He lost. I mean, he had to get another victory for me to take him more serious about what he got. He still got the Ula follow and everything. And like he got a squad, but he still got Tonga and Jacob behind him. I don't know what happened to Tonga Loa. I don't know. He got injured too.
Oh, yeah. His tricep.
Bicep, yeah, he had a bicep tear.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, he still got them 2 to open him are still dangerous figures behind him. But so I think they both for them the most entertaining behind them too. In
That's
the group.
true. That's fair. Look, he has the Ula Fala. He has more of a least loyal tribe than Roman does. So until that changes, yeah. Solo, I don't say he's ahead of the table, but I mean, I don't see why he couldn't be the tribal chief. He has the Ula Fala. He still has people that are committed to following him, not just obligated to follow him because they're trying to. No, it's rain, sleet, snow. Jacob Fatu loves Solo. All right, no denying that.
Yeah, he love his tribal chief. He is loyal to his tribal chief. Loyal
That.
to his tribal
So, yeah.
chief. I mean, they showed up in bloodline fashion. I mean, beat everybody. You had LA Knight. Let's give a plug to LA Knight. This guy is saving the promo division. If there was a division, LA Knight is I saw a meme, and I was like, that's kind of weird. But the meme was, if Austin and The Rock had a child, this is what it would be. It would be LA Knight, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. I mean, but LA Knight is the only one I see really talking that promo talk, right? You interrupt his promo, him and what you called him on the last show? You call him
Was it Andrade?
Nah. Who was that? They called him Shredder. Was that Lonnie called him Shredder?
Oh, yeah, Lonnie did.
Yeah, Shredder, the glasses, I guess.
Lonnie called Shinsuke Shredder.
Yeah, he does a good look about him, though. I like that look.
Yeah. But I mean, you interrupt that promo to beat them down too, just like you beat down all the security guard and all the people. So they are still showing their dominance on SmackDown, but I'm just curious to know, is that enough for these people to blindly follow Solo without a solidified win over the OTC? Like, how long is that going to run out?
Well, as soon as the OTC can pin Solo without help, because let's keep that into perspective. He's only winning these matches based on tag team or multi-man situations.
That's how the game's been played.
All right, but hey, you talk about when can he be seen as tribal chief? Can Roman beat Solo?
So so that match has to happen soon then.
Yeah,
Yes,
but they say Roman's not scheduled for Saturday night's main event, I don't think. So it'll be on Raw on Netflix.
Well, you know what? They said that Raw on Netflix is supposed to be like WrestleMania-esque. They're trying to make it a bigger deal as possible.
I mean, yeah, they got a lot of stockholders and people to impress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That
So
might
it could be. It might be. That might be the main event.
I heard that the network wants Roman Reigns on that show anyway. So, but let's get into this trade window. I refer to it like you did, BJ, the transfer portal.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought it was.
Let's take a little bit. Now, I was talking to Lonnie earlier. I was like, man, do you think this is going to replace the draft? I think, me personally, I think it should.
It's the same thing.
Well, I think it's a good way to kind of shake things up. And you know what? You know what it is? It's a shake-up. Remember that's what they used to call it, the shake-up? I think this is just something to do before a draft. I'll be honest with you. Yes, I think this should replace the draft because I don't like the idea of the draft. It just doesn't feel legitimate. Like, just move people around. The draft, you know what I like? The only thing I liked about the draft was that Carmelo Hayes can go around saying, I'm the number one draft pick. I like that dynamic of it. But other than that, none of it really makes any credence or has any real stake. And it's just extra television time that they take up. I guess.
Well, should the draft just be you coming from NXT? Should that just be the only draft? Because that's,
But how many people at a time? How many people at a time?
And that's the thing about it. How many are we drafted?
Yeah.
You would have to have rounds at that point, right? First round.
And then once the draft is over, NXT won't have a roster.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I think about how NBA, NFL is. That's what I was trying to think about. Like college, coming from college, coming to the pros.
No, I get it. It makes sense.
As far as, and I feel like the transfer window is like, trades in the off season. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like transfer window is. But I definitely, I've been saying they need a draft or something like this for the longest because I feel like Cody was running out of opponent, and like I said, they needed mostly on SmackDown. The champions were running out of like intriguing opponents of things who could really beat them, and so most of them were like either on a different show and that's the only way we could see who's going to go with them next. But they've been needed this, and then I think right before the Royal Rumble is a great time to do it.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of the draft anymore. I think the draft lost its validity since like when they started it, right? It was cool for like some years, but now it's just like, if nothing's really going to change, what's the point? Like, if you're still going to have your champions, your predominant champions on the show, and they didn't swap, regardless of the storyline, well, what's the real significance? I hope that this draft, this trading window, I hope that this replaces the draft, because now it's kind of like real sports, right? You got, when sports season is going on, you got like that draft window where people can still draft or trade players amongst each other, right?
Yeah. No, I kind of feel the same way about that.
Yeah, the best draft I feel like was like what I think like the 05 draft when John Cena went to Raw and Batista went to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably one of the best drafts I saw in history.
I had to take your word for it because I don't remember a lot of people moved around in that.
I think they broke up Evolution at one point on one of those drafts. I think they broke up Evolution.
I think they did, but I think he went like right back. Just like I think they did that same thing with John Cena.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was one of the most exciting ones.
Because that's another thing. After the draft, they still ended back up on the shows anyway. So I don't think the draft is necessary if it's not going to really shake it up. But so who do we think is going to go to SmackDown from Raw?
American Alpha. Or American Made, whatever that American team, American Males, whatever they call themselves.
We can't be American Males. They got a female in there.
American Males. I think they're going to move. And from SmackDown to Raw, move. I was thinking LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, move LA Knight. Get him out of there.
I think Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown. That'd be one of the big ones I would do. Seth Rollins, put him on SmackDown.
You're going to put him on the same show with Roman?
Yep. And going to put LA Knight on Raw, Seth on SmackDown. Like we could do a whole list. We could do a whole show about this, really do our own mock draft or whatever you can call it.
With Mel Kiper Jr. doing mock drafts?
Heard you do that. But I think that the Judgment Day is going to SmackDown.
No, they're going to break up Judgment Day.
You think so? If they break it up, I think Dominique alone is going to SmackDown.
Okay. No, but no, you know what? Do that. Break up Judgment Day. Move them. I don't care how you do it. Just break them up because they need to be broken up.
Mm-hmm.
And move Drew to SmackDown too.
You listen. speaking of Drew, I think it might be Drew and what if it's Drew and John Cena?
For the belt?
Not for the
No,
belt.
just for the just fighting.
Just fighting. But then Cena, I can't see Cena coming back and having his last match without some championship being around him, right? I just can't see that.
Well, the
I mean,
Intercontinental
but
belt.
throughout the year, he can fight Drew. I mean, like, he gonna have a few matches throughout the years. I mean, and one of them can be Drew.
It's going to be Intercontinental title. If Cena's winning any championship, it's the Intercontinental title because that's the only one he never held. We're not giving him that 17 championship.
So then that means it's going to be him versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah, why not? The dogs are barking? Yeah, why not?
Oh,
That'll
you know
be-
what I'm saying? Oh, hey, I'm happy. I'll be happy to see that. That's the only title that Cena ain't had. So yeah,
Yeah, have him and Sheamus fight for it. That'll be fine.
Poor Sheamus. So we want to know. We want to know in the comment section, what do you guys think? How's this going to shape up? Who's being drafted to what show? And who knows? We might do our own mock draft. Who knows? Along with the tournament live. Well, let's talk about your girl Naomi. Let's talk about your girl.
Let's get to that.
Let's
Let's
bring
get
Naomi.
to that.
Bring Naomi to the front of the congregation.
Little explaining to do.
Did you see her? And she was still standing right there by Bianca. Yeah, Bianca saying it's on site, but whoever did this to Jade,
It is on site.
and it's the girl right beside you.
But here on this show, one of the guys, they say, just for the digital audience to know, in case they've been living on their rock, they say somebody on the show says that Naomi attacked girl Jade Cargill. Like, and I'm like, nobody in their right mind wants to smoke from Jade Cargill. Nobody in their right mind, right? This girl has 0% body fat. Come on. This girl's
0%.
the walking Terminator, right? Come on now. She'll knock anybody out. But I want to talk about this because this is leaning to your point, Ron. Because now I can see it because she just lost the qualifying or the advancement match for the women's United States Championship, right?
Yeah.
She lost that. She seemed to lose everything. So what better way than to attack Jade to get back into the main event picture, because that's Jade's main event. I don't care what you say, Professor. She's main event. But what do you think happens now for Naomi since Tiffany won the match?
And Naomi, I feel like she's trying to continue to be on screen with Bianca, go and get that other tag team title. If she can't win one title, go ahead and slide me that other one. I mean, you need a partner right now. You don't want to give up the tag team title, do you? You don't want to be stripped. Hey, I'm part of the big three. Go ahead. Put it around my waist real quick. We could defend them. I've had the title before. I have experience in tag team division with Sasha Banks.
Yeah, then you quit.
This is true. But I mean, hey, we both
They both
in the
went.
same group.
Yeah, right. Okay.
This
Okay,
was
I
in-
get it.
This was the same group. But yeah, go ahead.
So you're saying that Naomi attacked Jade so that way she could try to be the tag team champion with Bianca?
That's one of the reasons. Like I said, she continued to feel left out of the big. She kept getting left out of the group a lot of times. It's mostly about Jade and Bianca ahead of her, continue to win, continue to defend their championships, be in that spotlight. They had to invite her to be the host of Bad Blood. So that proves me more. She's that third wheel to be right there. And so she's trying to be more in that position. So she's tired of losing. I feel like she's going to get her own team.
That's funny.
Especially if Bianca, denies her of being a tag team champion with her. That doesn't happen.
I'm more concerned whether or not management's going to deny her being champion because they just may not want the belts to be that way. They may just do a whole tournament. But we'll see. Because I'm curious to see how that drunk Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis handle the situation. I don't trust Adam Pearce to handle it well.
He needs a drink.
Always. But I get your whole idea that Naomi's behavior this past Friday was weird because when Bianca was bringing it up, Naomi was almost trying her best to change the topic. Like, I know we want to figure that out, but I got my match. Yeah, we're going to figure that out. But what about it? It seemed like that. At least maybe the seed was planted because you mentioned Naomi could be the one who did it.
Right.
It could just also be maybe just anyone, like you mentioned, how Naomi could be doing this to bring in Jakara and Last Legend. Maybe it's just Jakara and Last Legend just themselves. Maybe they just did it. Who knows? I'm not saying it's not Naomi. I think it's an interesting person to go with. But I also want to put it past Bianca because someone pointed out that when she came out during the WarGames match, she really emphasized the verse of I'm on my own. I did this, whatever, though. You know her song. How basically her song is like, I don't need you. I can do this by myself.
Who song?
Bianca. No, Bianca Belair's song. Yeah. I'm on my own against the wall. I can't remember the lyrics. But either way, I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca did it. I know it seems weird, but
That's
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
be surprised.
I'm on record saying that, man. I do not put it past her, man.
Yeah, it could be Naomi or Bianca. It could be either one of them because, sometimes the largest dog be the guiltiest one. And Bianca's real loud about this, and she could be guilty.
Nah.
I know it would seem weird, but you heard me before. I do think Jade is holding Bianca back. Jade is holding Bianca back.
You can't say that without smiling. You don't believe it.
Oh, I can't say it without smiling because it is hilarious, but I do believe it. Jade is holding Bianca back. Bianca could have been the one to beat Rhea. No, we got to see her wait on Liv Morgan to do it, and then wait for Rhea to be stupid with Liv Morgan. She could have been the queen of the ring. She could beat Naomi. Bianca.
Jade could have easily won that had not Nia Jax interfered.
Yeah, I bet she could have. Yeah, okay. I've seen Jade Cargill wrestle. I know what she can do.
I just want to see when they figure this out. Like when do y'all think is the best moment for them to unveil who this is? Who did it?
We need to know now. Well, first of all, you got a lot of who did it going on right now.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. After the Rumble.
Oh wow.
Everything picks up after the Rumble.
Wow. That's a long time. Well,
it's like what, only January into January. You say it's a long time, but you know what? I've seen whodunits take a year.
Yeah, but that would make sense because if it's who I'm thinking it is and BJ thinks it is who, if it's Bianca, you have them go in the Royal Rumble together, the whole time Bianca is like, well, I did this to you. She's holding on to that. This is what I've done, that guilt. And then Jay shows up as a surprise, right? She shows up as a surprise and eliminates Bianca. And I guess we found out that night that Bianca did, try to offer.
I mean, if anything, I think Jade would be the one to know who did it, right?
Yeah.
I guess she's unconscious, but that will be the one person who would know.
Right. Yeah. So
I don't know. It might not have seen her. I don't know, but I think that would be more intriguing if Naomi's in the Royal Rumble and Jade immediately goes after her while she's in there.
If it's Naomi, this immediately gives her star credit for going against a star like Jade. I mean, so this immediately puts her back in the conversation.
Okay. And like that, Naomi could be on top, like, oh, we cool, and her and Bianca be having the tag team titles. That's how I think it should go.
Be interesting. I do want to see how it plays out. I don't know. Bianca seems like she's on the hunt. I want to see her go through her Nancy Drew phase and figure out who did this. Get her mystery machine and those pesky kids and try to see who put out Jade Cargill.
Well, again, it could be neither one of them. It could not be Naomi. It could really be Liv, and who knows? We don't know, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out real soon. I want to know what you guys think. Again, in the comment section, who do you think? Who did it? Who did it? Was it Jade? A lot of people on the poll recently, you guys think that it's Bianca. 57% of you think that it's Bianca. It's a poll on our YouTube channel. They think that Bianca did it. So we'll see.
I didn't think it would get that many hype. Okay.
Yeah, we will see. So let's move on here. Was that all that happened on SmackDown? No, we had a new tag team.
Oh, yeah, that's a big story right there, right? Yeah. How about the Street Profits getting the job again?
So who beat up the Street Profits?
Who done it, right? No, it was Ciampa. It was Ciampa.
It had to be Ciampa and Gargano, because the big thing was Gargano choosing sides with Tommaso Ciampa and going the heel route, just like they the New Day on SmackDown, taking that heel route, you know what I'm saying? And like Johnny finally going with Ciampa, just like Kofi finally going with Xavier. You know what I'm saying? Y'all people finally on the same page. And it worked out for DIY. They got tag team titles. Will it work out for New Day on Raw? to get a tag team titles and get a good heel run. We'll see. But this was interesting. I think Motor City Machine Guns was going to lose his belts this fast. And like I said, I feel bad for the Street Profits. Like I said, I thought they was about to be on a good run. I thought they was going to make their heel turn. Everybody was thinking about them either breaking up or making their heel turn, but they just knocked out in the back.
Yeah,
with
horrible.
the Street Profits, because a few weeks back, Montez says is either championship or bust. So where do we go from here? Do y'all just join the New Day?
No, they joined the Hurt Syndicate.
So they're gonna go to AEW. That's the only way that can happen.
Hey, that's what the best wrestle. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not calling that. I'm not calling that just yet. They're still in contract with WWE, but you never know, man. They're not. I don't know. I don't know what happens with the Street Profits, because I just, when I saw them lying in the back because they're getting beat up, I was a little disappointed in that.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
And that was a tag team championship.
I mean, nothing's too cold to revive. We just saw what WWE has done to New Day, right? They just revived the whole story, and now New Day is hot, right? So the Street Profits, who knows what can happen with them? I mean, I really think, and we said this a bunch of times, they just need to go ahead and maybe dissolve that group, Maybe just have it be mutual, and they just split on a mutual, hey, this ain't working, we got to go our separate ways.
But what about B-Fab?
What's
B-Fab going to do?
I think she should go with Montez.
Okay.
I say the other way around. I think she should go with Dawkins, because I think Montez can stand on his own. Dawkins need a little crutch on his side, and that's B-Fab.
Why do people think Dawkins need a crutch? Dawkins can stand on his own.
I mean, it just makes more sense. And I feel like, and this is the point where they can do it. They split up in the transfer window.
Okay. But
Montez goes to Raw.
you know what would be hot? Is if Montez and Bianca just be a power couple on screen. Like, just put them together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But they don't do that with Jimmy and Naomi.
Yeah. She should really join the Bloodline, really.
Yeah, like there's a whole Bloodline storyline going on, and she's just out there. Like, your husband's in there, right? You said, nope, that's not my business.
Like,
That's him and his. All right, that's him and the boys. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like,
That's
okay.
Kevin Owens and Randy looking at the Lambo.
Yeah. Outside perspective.
Yeah. But congratulations to DIY. Like I said, they came together perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll see how long they last. They only had for 2 weeks last time. So I wonder if Street Profits come right back out and invite them at either Saturday night's main event, or they might say that for Raw on Netflix too. Who knows?
Might be a triple threat tag match.
That's what I thought it was gonna be either way. That's what I thought they should have done also on SmackDown, instead of just being Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns. Just have all three of them in it. They was all arguing about it. I thought they were gonna do triple threat.
Maybe all this is leading to WrestleMania for Street Profits to get their biggest retribution on the biggest stage of them all.
Could be. They won it last year, Mania. Now they did beat the Final Testament in a smorgasbord of a group match. That was a lot going on.
It was a lot.
They won 2 WrestleManias in a row. Actually, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, because they had won that tag team showcase match, and then they won.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of that last Mania before, right?
Yeah, WrestleMania 39. Yeah,
39. Yeah,
and then they won WrestleMania 4 against Final Testament. So they won two back.
Well, maybe this Mania will be their tag title one then, huh?
Hey,
saying, because I mean, they're getting a lot of dirt thrown on them right now. You know what I'm saying? But could some of that be self-inflicted?
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. At some point, it is. I guess it is. They don't do enough for me to even make a judgment call on that, because I don't see them enough on TV to understand where they are failing and succeeding at. All I know is that when the Street Profits come on, they may have a promo or they may lose a match. That's kind of all I know about them right now.
And the reason I say that is because this was my beef with Bobby Lashley. Like, granted, looking at him as a specimen, right? Who wouldn't want Bobby Lashley's physique, right? Who wouldn't want to be looking unstoppable like Bobby Lashley? So recently I saw his interview that he did, and I'm like, man, he was so charismatic, so just down to earth, so funny, so relatable. And I'm like, man, that's what I wish I saw coming across the camera, right? And even he said, Vince McMahon says, man, you too rigid. You got a military background. That's why they put him in that storyline with the girl. What's her name?
Rusev's wife?
Yeah, that's why they put him in that
Yeah.
storyline because they were trying to loosen him up, right? They were trying.
Wow. That's what it
Well, they were
was.
trying to loosen. They were trying to loosen him up or ruin a marriage. I couldn't figure out which
Uh-huh.
one.
Well,
They
broke up
accomplished
now.
both.
That marriage over now.
I mean, Vince is the same guy that kissed Trish with Linda in the back.
Yeah, right in front of his wife. That's true. That is
But-
true.
What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get at is, a lot of times we want to see you come across on the camera. So with Montez and this whole Street Profits, I don't feel like we really have seen who they really are. I feel like they haven't really shown the people who they are. What do you guys think?
No, that's fair. Like I said, I don't know what to make of the Street Profits, all honesty. I know that Montez had like a singles push, but as far as like characters, motivation, I don't really know much about them except they want to get the tag titles. But
Yeah. Yeah, I
They need
mean,
more
they
character.
want the smoke. That's the only promo they continue to put out there. They did that one line, and we need
They got-
more than that. And then I feel like a singles push, you could delve deeper into what they are.
yeah, I do want to take a little bit deeper into this. So this is my beef because, I mentioned before, they should probably get rid of the women's tag championships. Well, I was talking to someone today and I realized something. I think it's just tag team wrestling as a whole, men and women's. Because oftentimes in the tag team division, you don't really know a lot about a character. Look at, what is it? Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
Look at
Austin
Jade.
Theory. Yeah, Jade, right? Even more examples. I do kind of feel like if you are a single star in a tag team situation, you're going to be held back just inherently because that's just what tag team wrestling does because it is more about a team dynamic. But if you aren't really a team, then you're just two single stars together. It's going to be even worse of trying to get to know you because Austin Theory, I do think he's a star, but you can never really tell based on him being in this tag team. I think Grayson Waller can be a star, but you can't really tell because he's in his tag team. And I go down a whole list of people. Except you do have your tag teams, your Motor City Machine Guns. I think your DIYs. I think they should be teams. Your Brodus Clay and all of them. But Otis, he's a good example. When he was a heavy machinery, I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't know Otis could be as comical as he was. But when he broke out, you see the type of person he is. So as much as I hate to say it, I do think maybe winning the tag title for the Street Profits could be more of a hindrance than a progression. They probably should break up so we can really see who these people are.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but if they just let it happen, like I said, the transfer window here's an opportunity. Transfer window, split them up.
That's what they did with Big E. They split him up from the New Day in a draft type
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, they did that before. Now that's fully broken off.
Hey, but
How-
like I said, what if that's really setting up a Big E to return?
Well, it is. I bet it is. But Sean, I got to ask you, how do you feel about it? Because I didn't get you. How do you feel about what happened to the New Day
Man,
segment?
totally left field. I never thought I'd see that. I never thought. But so the thing to me was Big E's voice during the whole promo. Not like this. You too, Coffee? Coffee, you too? You too, Coffee? That's what I with you on that. That's what got me. I'm like, God, no. I was not prepared for that at all. And I'm like, I'm just like you, Professor. I caught the New Day on the tail end, right? I wasn't a huge big fan in the beginning. I was like, what is this kind of quirky, gimmick they got going on? I wasn't a big fan of it until, I was there at that WrestleMania where the Hardy Boys returned. We were there actually.
Yeah.
Lonnie and I was at the concession stand. We're grabbing some food. And we hear, I'm like, man, we dropped everything. We ran to our seats and we did doing the Hardy Boy dance, So, but thinking back, man, New Day is kind of like pop culture, man. They kind of like they're in that, You can't think of what other faction had that draw with pop culture. I would say it would be New Day, other than NWO, DX, that type of stuff. But
Yeah.
New Day just kind of had a flair on it. But man, a Big E the whole time he just sounded like, "Don't get me, man."
Say it like that. That's where he took it.
I hate to say it like that. And then Big E, I love you, bro, but you make too much money to have your hair looking like that, bro. Come on now, you make too much money now.
It's that hairline. Yeah, he gets a tape up. You don't
The
get a
back-
tape up. He just, yeah.
The back one is what got me. It was the WWE logo. I was like, God.
Okay, well, at least bring your low, boy. He doing his thing.
Oh, he's
But-
going through a lot this
Maybe
week.
what he
He's going
got
through a
up there.
lot this week.
But I seriously thought that Woods and Xavier, I thought they were going to break up. But here it is, just like you guys predicted, Big E would save New Day. And I guess in the midst of Woods and Xavier hashing out their beef and really coming down to the heart of the matter, I guess they realized that they were good for each other.
Yeah.
But I never thought they would have did Big E like that. God,
Not like that. Not like this. Not like this.
Yes, you too, Cole.
Right? I don't know. As more time goes by, I'm starting to think maybe, I don't know. I think Big E might have deserved it. More time goes on, because again, I just think like, okay, let's use you guys as example. Champions Corner. Let's say you, Lonnie and Sean are having a beef, and they going back and forth. RC, you just gonna sit back for months and weeks on end and not say anything? And then when Champions Corner decide to have a reunion episode, you're gonna just come up and be like, hey guys, I saw that y'all guys have been arguing for like 8 to 10 weeks straight. I know it's gotten pretty bad, but let me just come in and try to help it. You don't think you'd be like a little too late there, man? Like, I don't know, man. That just doesn't sit well with me.
But to Big E's point now, they ain't coming at me, ain't got nothing to do with me, so why should I interfere, right?
Because they're your
Yeah, like that.
boys.
Yeah, but let man need to hash it out, talk it out. If they went to blows, then maybe he would have got into it.
Okay, see, that doesn't make any sense. Because you see people arguing, you at least want to figure out, okay, what's the underlying issue? Because you knew there was an underlying issue. It took them like several weeks to even get to the underlying issue. If anyone can, go back to the promo when Kofi Kingston says it ain't the same without Big E and how Xavier Woods exposed on him. Go back and watch Kofi's expression on that. His expression is kind of like, where is Big E?
And I guess when they were throwing in the was it Odyssey? That was his name?
Yeah, Odyssey Jones. Yeah.
When they were throwing him in, Xavier felt like, oh, you just trying to get another Big E or something like that?
Yeah, right. And it's like Kofi was trying to fill a void and Xavier was trying to keep the show going. All the meanwhile, Big E's enjoying the prime rib in the back while sitting at the pre-show table watching his friends go to complete turmoil.
What?
Yeah.
The line that got me is Xavier Woods says after they completely destroyed him about the comparisons, Austin got his neck broke, Kurt Angle, Edge, all these people got their neck broke. And then Xavier says, but see, none of them had basically something a team waiting for them to come back to, right? He's like,
exactly.
we left the door open for you and never came back. But I'm like, BJ, why did you stay in Texas, man?
Well, why did he just text them? No one communicates with anyone whenever there's no cameras around. I hate that about wrestling.
That's the thing about it. But are these underlying issues that Big E saw while they were all together on the road all these years, but he just letting them settle it what should have been settled a long time ago, that he wanted them to settle it by themselves? It might have been like our stuff on underlying that he feel like he can't solve, so let them hash it out, let them talk it out.
Right.
Because he thought it before. And sometimes with your friends, you don't want to argue with your friend, but it's an issue now y'all need to talk about, but y'all never talk about it. Xavier and Kofi finally, it all came out. Big E just letting it happen because he knew it, that it should have been out there a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah,
and he didn't want to be in the middle of it because that's his brothers, but he just let them hash it out. But if it went even further than it did the week before, last week, now he's stepping in. And all of a sudden, it's the anniversary so it was perfect for him to come back in that moment for him.
Oh, that was perfect for him. So he had to wait till he was right. Okay.
I mean, he needed to be medically clear to come back around that way.
You got to get medically clear to come into a ring and be like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? He could have just said that.
Man,
no one's asking him to get in the ring and fight. We're just like, be present. They just want you to be present.
Online, they say that segment alone drew huge numbers, and I'm not surprised, man. But I never thought I saw it coming down like that, man.
It's an all-timer. That's one of those all-time segments on Raw.
That is a top. That's a top 10 moment of the year, like reaction, like a shocker. We never saw that come.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm telling you, that moment. I think just in wrestling, that's one of the biggest moments
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna give our top 10 moments of the year on this show. So be prepared for that. It's coming up soon.
I still think the NWO is the most shocking moment of all time. Hulk
Hogan,
Hogan.
yeah.
Hogan
Hogan being the other, I think that might be the number one. Because
Yeah.
dude, that changed everything. I
It
didn't
did.
see it live, but when I heard what happened, I couldn't even really process it. Like, what do you mean Hogan betrayed Macho? What are you talking about? That didn't even make sense to me. He's a bad guy. Hogan never been a bad guy.
Right. What if Cena ends his time as a bad guy?
People want him to kind of change the content of his character, maybe a little heel turn.
Mhm.
There you go.
I saw that promo the other day. Dude, that would be pretty awesome.
I
Yeah.
mean, but I don't think nobody would boo him at this moment. At this moment in his career, I don't think nobody's booing Cena.
Well,
Not
we
right
said
now.
the same thing about the New Day. We saw what happened there.
Man,
Anything can happen.
anything can happen. Hey,
Hey, yeah, you're right.
Listen
Yep.
here. See, you know how he gets Cena to be a heel turn? Have him do his make a wish and then do an AA on a kid in a wheelchair. That would be a heel moment.
Now, boy, you got to go real drastic for that guy.
now that's a little extreme, man. That's a little
And
extreme.
like, listen, here's a new Cena in town. This is my last run. We dropping the corporate stuff. Look here, kid. Boom.
You can't see me.
Right? And then do the you can't see me to do the you can't see me to a blind kid. Oh, it'll be
Listen,
beautiful.
before we
Oh my
leave,
God, y'all wild. Y'all wild right now.
before we go, top 3 Cena moments. All right, it's a lot. Just 3.
His top 3 match against AJ Styles. His match against wait, did he win that one? He didn't win. Well, his match against AJ Styles. First won the world belt against JBL.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and his battle rap against Kurt Angle.
Okay. I would say his return at 08 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's a big
mine.
one. That's a big
No, ruthless aggression, of course, against Angle. And dang, I'm trying to see his win against Triple H at WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
I didn't like that one.
I don't like that one, but I'm just saying
Oh,
that proves that he's supposed to be that guy because Triple H didn't believe it.
I believe it.
Because he got the belt to get at 05, but 06 proved like I'm carrying this. 06 to 07, it was like I'm carrying this company. That's why I chose that one.
Right. I would say basic thugonomics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basic thugonomics. I got to say, I got his battles with Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. And then, of course, number 1 would be what you just said, the comeback to the Royal Rumble. I mean, man, he cut that time in half.
Yeah, he really did.
And that kind of displayed his, hustle, loyalty, respect, that whole mantra he has. And man, you gotta he the only one I think that sung his own theme song, right?
Shawn Michaels.
That's something like
That's Shawn. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's Shawn. That's actually Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels.
Okay, cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's the thing, man. His battles with Brock Lesnar was insane.
Yeah, they
Wow.
were.
boy.
Yeah. So the Extreme Rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people didn't like his
I'm
match.
glad he won that one. But that's
Some
something.
people, the one where he got German suplex like 50, 60 times. People
Right.
seem to like that one.
Man, you can't. I mean, his moment with Kurt, right? That's a moment.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yep.
me it is.
Yeah, that's a moment. But anyway, drop your favorite moment down in the comment section. This has been a great show, fellas. What you guys think?
Oh yeah, always.
Oh yeah.
Always. Love
Go
to-
hit that
love
merch
to
shop.
discuss
Go hit
wrestling.
that merch shop. Champion Mania. Leading
Yeah.
up to WrestleMania. But goals 5. Get that subscribers up 5-10,000. Let's go.
Let's go, because it's a new day.
Yes, it is.
Dang.
Not you, Carl.
Nah, you too? You gonna do that too?
Not like this. Not like this.
Well,
He said he's gonna be there every week for them.
yeah,
But,
well,
we'll be here every week for you too. Tune in to the Champions Corner. This has been a great episode. We'll see you on the next time. Peace.
Big.
good night.